Good day, everybody, and welcome back to the world of Pokemon. My name is ProfNoki, and you're here once again for another edition of Fixing the Pokedex, where today we'll be taking a look at Feebas and Milotic. For those of you who are new to this series, I take a look at the various Pokedex entries that are out there for all of the different Pokemon. Those ranging from vague to obscene, outright random to downright accurate. And I see if there is any way that we can adjust the Pokedex entry to make a lot more sense for these Pokemon. Today's selections were actually spurred by a very recent interest that I've had in how these Pokemon could be related to another very poorly regarded fish Pokemon. However, a little bit more on that later. Starting things off today with Feebas, category the Fish Pokemon. Obviously a water-type Pokemon that includes the abilities Swift Swim or Oblivious, along with the hidden ability Adaptability. Swift Swim, which doubles the speed stat of Feebas during rain, Oblivious, preventing it from being afflicted by infatuation, and Adaptability, which increases the same type attack bonus of Feebas from the usual 1.5 times up to 2 times the regular attack. Feebas belongs to the Water 1 and Dragon Egg groups and has a hatch time between 5,140 and 5,396 steps. Feebas is known for being quite shabby, with a light brown body covered in dark spots. It has large, deep sunken eyes with big pink lips and tattered blue dorsal and tail fins. And its dorsal fin is triangular in shape. These Pokemon can be found in both oceans and freshwater ponds and streams. And they are very hardy, capable of living practically anywhere. Their ugly appearance drives away predators and even trainers, with many of them in existence, though they live in small populations together. As for its Pokedex entry, in Generation 3 when it was introduced, it stated that Feebas' fins are ragged and tattered from the start of its life. Because of its shoddy appearance, this Pokemon is largely ignored. It is capable of living in both the sea and in rivers. While Feebas' body is in tatters, it has a hardy and tenacious life force that enables it to live anywhere. However, this Pokemon is also slow and dim-witted, making it an easy catch. Feebas live in ponds that are heavily infested with weeds. Because of its hopelessly shabby appearance, it seems as if few trainers raise it. Ridiculed for its shabby appearance, it is ignored entirely by researchers. Though in more recent times with Pokemon Sword and Shield, we are told that due to its incredible vitality, it has actually become the subject of a lot of research. And on now to Milotic, category the Tender Pokemon. Abilities Marvel Scale or Competitive, and hidden ability Cute Charm. Marvel Scale, giving it a 50% defense bonus when hit by a physical attack. Competitive, granting Milotic an increase by 2 stages of its special attack whenever one of its stats is lowered in battle. And Cute Charm, which provides a 30% chance of infatuation whenever Milotic is hit by an attack that makes contact. Milotic is a serpentine-like Pokemon known for its tremendous beauty, with primarily a cream-colored body. It has red eyes with long, pinkish antennae and long, hair-like fins above its eye that are longer on females than males. A straight spike rests upon its head, with 3 black gill-like dots along its neck. Milotic's tail consists of 4 blue fins with pink ovals in their centers, overlapping one another to resemble that of a fan. It is known to be the most beautiful Pokemon of all, and wherever there are fights, it has the power to calm angry feelings and end tension by releasing a wave of energy. For Milotic, the Pokedex goes on to explain that it is said to be the most beautiful Pokemon of all. It has the power to calm such emotions as anger and hostility to quell bitter feuding. Milotic live at the bottom of large lakes. When this Pokemon's body glows a vivid pink, it releases a pulsing wave of energy that brings soothing calm to restless spirits. And this Pokemon has been depicted in paintings and in statues throughout the history of the Pokemon world. So what exactly is wrong with their Pokedex entries? Well, they generally allude to something much deeper going on here with this Pokemon's overall ancestry. However, they don't expressly state it, hinting that maybe, just maybe, both Feebas and Melodic share a very close relationship with another fish-based Pokemon. That being Magikarp and Gyarados, along with their overall design themes, quirks, backstory, and resilience. When you look at both Feebas and Magikarp, they both have the exact same body type, along with their blank eyes. Melodic and Gyarados also with similar traits such as their antenna, spikes, and tail pattern. Both are bluish with large spots. And it's a fun thing to note that Mega Gyarados has red spots a lot like Melodic does as well. On top of that, they both share the exact same total stat base of 200, with both Feebas and Magikarp sharing the category of the fish Pokemon, and both of them evolving into the serpentine-like Pokemon Melodic and Gyarados. Upon their evolution, their stat base remains the same as one another at 540. Feebas is also known as the ugliest Pokemon, whereas Magikarp the weakest, Melodic the most beautiful Pokemon, and Gyarados the strongest. Gyarados is also known for its immense rage, whereas Melodic is known for its incredible calm. Both of these Pokemon are resilient at life and can live practically anywhere and under any water conditions. Neither is sought after by much more than a few fanatical trainers, even though having the patience to train one of these Pokemon pays off immensely upon their evolution. Though, what exactly could this relationship mean overall? They could very simply be Pokemon related at some point in their evolutionary line, sharing a common ancestor and then at some point splitting apart from one another and developing their notable differences. And in all honesty, this very well could explain the glaringly obvious traits that they don't share in common. The shape of their overall dorsal fins and tails, the fact that Feebas has a set of gills on their belly instead of the fin that Magikarp has, along with many other factors that actually set these two Pokemon apart in their overall appearance. However, I do like another theory a little bit more, even though it's a little less likely than this one. One that postulates the hypothesis that maybe Feebas is simply a mutated Magikarp and actually part of the exact same species. It could be that Feebas are essentially the ugly duckling of the Magikarp line, a genetic anomaly in the Magikarp line that causes this overall difference in appearance, and one that actually occurs frequent enough for the population of these Pokemon to exist pretty commonly. Either that, or maybe these genetically mutated Pokemon are actually able to reproduce with other Magikarp and Gyarados, or even with one another. Although there are many cases in our very real life nature around us where genetically mutated creatures are incapable of reproducing, in the Pokemon world, absolutely anything is possible. Though, with keeping these things in mind, how exactly do we reformulate the Dex entry in order to give both Feebas and Melodic justice and express their overall potential origins? Well, since there are two potential very strong explanations as to why these Pokemon are so similar to both Magikarp and Gyarados, I will be presenting a couple of different options as to what the new Dex entry could include. In regards to a split evolution, the entry should state, Feebas is an incredibly resilient Pokemon, much like its distant cousin Magikarp. Just the same as its relative, this Pokemon is not highly sought after by trainers due to its shoddy, tattered appearance, and can also be found living in both oceans and bodies of fresh water. Upon evolving into Melodic, it is revered as potentially the most beautiful Pokemon in the entire world. This Pokemon seems to embody the balance to its distant relative Gyarados, with its interminable kindness and calm, able to calm the harshest of emotions like anger and hostility. And when this Pokemon's body glows a vivid pink, it releases a wave of energy that soothes even the most restless spirits, depicted in paintings and in statues. And then, as for the ugly duckling theory, as I'll call it, it should state, Feebas are born randomly among the eggs of Magikarp, with some researchers believing that they are a form of genetic anomaly. Due to their mutated gene sequences, their usual orange and golden form is now faded, tattered, and shoddy. However, this Pokemon's resilience is still very much intact, and you can still find it in the usual and various habitats in which it dwells, that being from oceans to even weed-filled ponds. Upon evolving, and due to the undying compassion shown to it by the gracious trainers who look beyond this Pokemon's horrid appearance, it takes on a brand new form. Unlike Gyarados, Melodic is elegant, kind, and considered the most beautiful Pokemon of all. And rather than thrashing the bottoms of large ponds and lakes in which it inhabits alongside its enraging counterparts, Melodic is known for spreading nothing but patience and utter calm. I thoroughly hope you enjoyed this latest edition of Fixing the Pokédex. Please let me know in the comments down below all of your thoughts regarding both Feebas and Melodic. And don't forget to let me know which Pokemon you think I should cover next in next month's Fixing the Pokédex. As always, of course, if you enjoyed today's video, please make sure you drop a max knuckle all over that like button and subscribe if you would like to check out even more of my daily content. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, this has been Professor Noki signing out once again for ProfNoki.